Hello, everyone, and thank you for listening to another episode of Educating with Ease here in the North Penn School District. My name's Todd Bauer. I'm your superintendent, and it has been quite a while since our last episode. I believe it was pre-spring break, the last time that Bob and I hung out with you. And speaking of Bob, here comes his theme music. I'm going to do his signature move before he comes on. Yeah, there it is.
there it is. Podcast is back, baby. It's been a couple weeks.
Love Bob's music. Love the dance. Here we go. Bob, how you been, my friend?
I'm good. It's been a busy time. Lots of stuff going on. So this is this is it, right? We talk about the roller coaster of the school year. And once that goes over, we're just riding along. There's the loops right now. We got loops. We got little sidewinders. We got all kinds of things on this ride as we roll into June 11th for the last day of school. So it'll be here before we know it.
Yeah, I think I said in another episode that on May 1st, I essentially say to my family, like, see you in a month. We're there. And it has certainly been a busy time in the school district. There's a lot going on, some wonderful things, some things that were very disappointing. And we'll have opportunities to discuss those things in other meetings and other venues. But for right now, let's stick with the essence of the pod, Bob, which is to make our large community a bit smaller, introduce some people and some names and faces, and just try to build relationships across the school district. So before we bring in our very special guests, plural today,
double up. We got double up guests. Yep.
This might be our first time having two guests.
Correct.
Yeah. All right. That's great. Groundbreaking here. But what's new with you? Anything special? Any major milestones in the Gilmer household professionally?
No, we're, I talk frequently about my kids. My daughter's finishing up her junior year. We're going to be moving her out of her place into her final apartment for her senior year coming up here in a couple weeks. My son is doing great over in England in the Air Force, and we're scheduling a trip to visit him there at the end of June. So we're looking forward to that. Again, other than that, it's the same thing. Once beginning of May, I'll be home sometimes. But we're just doing district events and keeping things moving here in the district.
Yeah, similar in the Bauer household. It is fair to say that work never stops, right? And it's easy to say, I don't know, I've never counted my hours, Bob, but let's say 70 or 80 hours a week.
Sure.
I mean, it's a lot. And then I also have a part-time job of coaching Little League Baseball. And we're
going to flip those at some point?
Yeah.
Part-time superintendent, full-time Little League baseball coach.
That would be great. I think I would make a great, So anyway, that takes up a lot of my time. If I'm not at work or at a meeting in the evening, that's what I'm doing. It is a little rainy outside right now, and I'm hopeful that
I think it's movie time tonight. I think you're in the movies tonight.
See, I got you, Bob. We'll talk more about that during our small wins. Okay.
Gotcha.
But that said, let's transition away. Oh, wait, I did want to share one thing. I was fortunate enough. Last Saturday, we did North Penn Night with a K at the Phillies. North Penn Night at the Phillies. Okay, see what I did there? And we had over 500 people from the North Penn School District and their families join us at the Phillies game. It was an absolute landslide. 14-3, I think was the final score, something like that. But I got to throw out the first pitch, which was pretty cool. A little nerve-wracking being in front of a couple thousand people throwing the
I saw the pitch. It was a solid pitch. It was a respectable, solid pitch. Good job.
Yeah, thank you. They give you instructions. They won't let you stand on the mound. I understand that, right? They groom it and they put a whatever.
Sure.
It's got to be perfect.
Yeah.
But then they say you have to be respectful of the fanatic because you're thrown to him. So people are like, why didn't you fire a fastball? It's like, you're not supposed. They tell you to lob it in there. So anyway, I was proud of it. I didn't embarrass myself. My son was worried I'd embarrass him. So it was good.
Good job.
All right. So we've talked in years past about the North Penn Healthcare Center, right? And for those who don't know, we have an on-site healthcare center in the North Penn School District. It's on the property of Penndale Middle School, and it is for our employees and their dependents to get primary care. And it has been a smashing success, Bob. Smashing success. I'm sure Mr. Scrocky will provide some financial updates at an upcoming finance meeting about how it has impacted the school district from a financial standpoint. But let's just say our healthcare rates for next year look wonderful. So that's great news. But we've heard over and over and over again how wonderful the first primary care provider is. Her name is Ms. Mira Patel. And it was such a success that we had to bring in a second provider. So when I say we have two guests today, we have both Mira and Vanessa joining us. Let's play their music, Bob. Bring that music up.
All right. We're going to listen to this music. I'm going to slide out when they slide in here.
Bring our guests in.
Sounds a little medical. A little bit medical beat there right now. It's kind of weird.
What does a medical beat sound
right
like?
here, it sounds like this.
All right. Let's bring them in.
All right, I'm sliding out.
See ya. All right. And now I am very pleased to introduce, for those who are watching the video as opposed to listening wherever they get their podcasts, I'm going to ask you to wave. Mira, say hello. And then we also have Vanessa. Welcome, Vanessa. All right. So the two of you work in the North Penn Healthcare Center, and I believe you are employed by, is it officially Marathon now, or is it still Everside?
Yes, we're in the process of transitioning, but we are able to use Marathon Health as our company name now. So.
Okay, Marathon Health. So why don't let's just start with, before we talk business, let's have some fun and talk personal. Tell us a little bit about yourselves, where you grew up, where you went to high school, those kinds of things, and what led you to North Penn and our healthcare center. So why don't we start with Mira?
I was actually born in Jersey, but my family moved to Pennsylvania when I was really little. So I spent majority of my life in Allentown, Pennsylvania. That's where I grew up. I went to Parkland School District and graduated from Parkland High School. And then I went to Thomas Jefferson University for a 5-year PA program. And then once I left, I wanted to come back to the community that once raised me and has made me the provider I am today. So I was fortunate enough to go back to the Lehigh Valley Health Network, and I was there for about 2.5 years in internal medicine and primary care. And then this wonderful opportunity came along, and I have now been fortunate to be with Everside Marathon, the North Penn Healthcare Center, for a little over a year now, which seems crazy to say because I feel like I just can't believe the year has flown by. So. And now that's when we got Vanessa, because I couldn't keep up with everybody. So she's been here just this month, actually. Yeah.
So let's hear a little bit about you, Vanessa.
Okay, so I'm from Bergenfield, which is in North Jersey. I was born in New York. I grew up in Bergenfield for most of my childhood. I went to Bergenfield High School. I was with the Bergenfield School District from K through 12, so very small town. So you got to know everybody. Everybody knew you, which is great, but I wanted something different. So I ended up going to Drexel University, which is in Philadelphia. And that is where I went to my PA program. And I've been in the Pennsylvania area ever since. And it's been great. It's been wonderful. My first job as a physician assistant outside of the Drexel PA program was in correctional medicine, which I was in for some time. And then I transitioned to urgent care, which was also a great experience. But I wanted to build more of a relationship with my patients, get to know them and their families much more, and kind of not have rushed experiences giving medical care. And I felt it was really important to have a job that aligns with my own personal goals. So this the Marathon mission is really aligned with what I want to do as a healthcare provider. Take the time to see patients, get to know them and their families, and really become part of the community. So I'm really grateful to be here and be a part of the North Penn School District.
So I will say that people think, wait, it's a school district. You're not in the healthcare business. And my retort or response to that is, we are a large organization with nearly 2,000 employees, and we are self-insured, right? So we do provide healthcare to our employees and their dependents. And this is a way of us making it convenient, on-site, and doing all the things that both of you referenced and allow us to build relationships. It also adds some added benefits to the school district in that maybe people don't have to take off all day because it's so close, right? They can just, during their break or their lunch, they can run over, see one of you, get the care that they need, and go back to work. Try to make it convenient, obviously affordable. It's free. It's free for our employees. Of course, it's not free to the school district, but anyway. All right. So you both kind of weaved in the professional stuff, which is fine, but let's go personal. Let's do like, how about unique hobbies or interests? Let's start with Vanessa, since we started with Mira last time. Anything that like just makes you unique?
So I go to cycling class. I try to go once a week. LA Fitness. It's very good for cardio and heart health.
Yep.
What else do I do? I like going running, which I didn't like to run before, but I found it to be very good stress reliever, good just to be out in nature and just to, slow down and smell the grass. So.
Got it. Okay. Mira?
I love baking. So a lot of my weekends are spent with my mom and my grandma, and like my sister will like try new recipes and things. But I also enjoy hiking too. So I do get outdoors. Even though I have like the worst allergies ever, I just take my medicine and just go out there, and it's wonderful to go on hikes around the area. So those are probably like my top two.
Good to hear that you both practice what you preach, right? So again, I tried to get you to be personal, and then you went the health route and like ways in which you're active, cardiovascular health. Come on.
I did do heart health. I'm sorry.
No worries. Let's bring Bob in here. Bob. This is Bob's move.
Here I am.
There,
On the move.
He's back. All right. So Bob, have you been to the North Penn Healthcare Clinic?
Well, that sounds like a HIPAA violation to me.
Hey, if they told me you were there,
I have to tell you, I'm not a go to the doctor guy. Like, not because I do my annual physical. That's it. I have not had the opportunity yet, so I can't say. I've been there to do segments with Mira and do videos, and it looks wonderful. And I have heard my wife has been there. Lots of people have been there, and people love going to the healthcare center, and it has to deal with the convenience. And obviously the staff is amazing. So there's nothing but praise I've heard about those who have visited the healthcare center and how great it is. So I haven't had the opportunity. So I will thank my lucky stars. I haven't had a cold, a sniffle, a thing, or anything I need to go to get checked out. And it's not because I don't go to the doctor. I'm not one of those guys. I was just having this conversation the other day. I say there's certain things like I don't get sick. Now I'm going to be sick for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
And I don't fall. I'm not a faller. I was a conversation I had the other day. I'm like, I haven't fallen down since 1994. So I'm not against going to the doctor. I'm not against falling. Just two things I don't do.
All right. So I have many responses to those comments. First of all, it's not a HIPAA violation for me to ask you if you've.
It's a HIPAA violation. You just asked me something medical. I don't know.
Right. However, there's a phrase in the skiing world. My uncle always says, if you're not falling, you're not trying.
Oh.
So, Bob, you need to fall more. Take more risks, my friend.
Yeah, but I've learned how to not fall.
And lastly, I will comment on, you said you're not one of those guys like, I don't go to the doctor.
Yeah.
I am one of those guys.
Oh. So
I
tell me,
know.
Hey, Dr. Bauer, have you been to the healthcare center?
I have.
Oh,
I'm
tell
glad
me
you
more about
asked,
it.
Bob. So I did not go to a doctor other than I had back surgery a while ago. I had a double spinal fusion. So I had to go for all that stuff and all the blood work and all that. I don't think I had gone to the doctor in 8 years. Because it's like, I'm healthy. I work out. I go running. I stay physically active. What do I need to go for? But I thought I would be a servant leader and show the community and our employees like, I'm going to go too. So I went. And it was lovely. I spent nearly an hour and a half with Mira. I'm sure it was way too much of her time. But it was just great. And I've been back once or twice since because I had such a good experience. It actually resulted in me going to see another doctor. We won't get into that. But because of my visit to see Mira, I had to go see someone else to get something else checked out. And it's just been a great addition to the school district. But I am fully convinced that it wouldn't be a success if Vanessa and Mira weren't great people. So it's all about the providers, just like in a classroom. Kids take classes when they love the teacher, right? At least at the secondary level, kids have choices. Elementary, you don't always have choices, right? You get assigned to a class. But people wouldn't go to the healthcare center if they didn't love Mira and Vanessa. So that's why it's been such a success. And that's why we have you as our guests. So thank you.
And know this, we've been trying to get Mira on well before we even added Vanessa. That's how busy Mira's been. Like we talked about bringing her on in the fall, and she's a busy person. And now, like squeezing in this time is wonderful. But these guys are busy, full schedule all the time, always working.
Well, if you haven't been, anyone who is on the North Penn benefits plan,
so be careful. It's not an open.
Is not open. Anyone on our medical plan.
There you go.
And your dependents who are also on our medical plan.
Yes.
Please check it out. It is worth your time. And it's a wonderful facility and a great benefit to anyone who works in the North Penn School District and carries benefits. So that said, we're going to get into our fun segments now. And hopefully we can stay away from the health provider talk. Because, Bob, I don't know if you were listening to the pre-segment. Every question I asked them was about like being healthy.
That's good. They live it. They live it.
Let's start with local eats then. Hopefully they eat fattening, greasy food. Okay?
Can't wait to find out.
All right, so local eats, the segment for local eats is just somewhere you've been recently, someplace that you've recently tried, or it could be your favorite restaurant. I know you said North Jersey, Lehigh Valley, all those places. That's okay. Those places aren't too far. So if you want to go there, you can, or maybe you've tried somewhere for lunch locally. You guys get to decide, are you going first or last?
I guess first.
Go ahead, Vanessa. Take it away.
Okay. Is it okay if I? Oh, I'm sorry.
That
I'm trying to figure out.
Not you.
I'm not used to the double guest. Let me try it this way.
There you go. Cool.
I'm just being silly. So a local eat that I recently did was near where I live. I'm outside of West Philly in Drexel Hill. So it's a place in West Philadelphia. It's called why did I sound like the beginning of that sitcom? Sorry. It's called Abyssinia. It's the Ethiopian restaurant.
Oh.
And it was really good. So it's not the most healthiest foods, but you do have, you got a serving of vegetables, you got some grains, you got some nice sauces. And it's put on like flatbread kind of, and you kind of just take out the bread and then take a dip of what you want out of the servings. And it's really cool eating experience. It's different.
Okay.
Nice.
Love it. Mira?
Mine would be, it's like a local family-owned Italian restaurant up near me. It's called Teresa's. It's in the Lehigh Valley area. And we went there for dinner actually with our family, and it was very good, very yummy. Pizza's delicious. So is their pasta as well.
No Yakos? I thought you were going to go full-on Yakos hot dogs up there. No?
Nope.
That would be the exact opposite of anything healthy. So
Yeah,
sorry,
Mr. Crocky always said that's poison. It's poison. All right, Bob. I'm gonna throw a curveball here, but I guess your kids are too old, but my kids are into like the TikTok stuff, and there's like this thing at that age about like spicy foods. Like my son watches videos of people
eating spicy foods. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. And he's like into spicy, and I think he likes the idea. So he always wants to get wings everywhere. He's always like, "Can we get wings?" But then you get him a dozen wings, and he eats like 4 of them. Like it's. So anyway, he was all over this Assad's Hot Chicken in Norristown. He really wanted to go to Assad's Hot Chicken. Never even heard of it. Whatever. My wife was there for an appointment recently, and she brought home Assad's Hot Chicken. And I'll tell you what, it was the best chicken I've ever had. It was better than like a Chick-fil-A chicken.
Was it hot though?
It was spicy. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Good. So highly recommend. I just pulled it up here. It's in Norristown, 2508 West Main Street. But Assad's Hot Chicken. Good stuff.
Nice. I haven't been around too much. Did a little bit of traveling here in April, so they don't count as local eats. But I was recently at 10-7 in North Wales a few weeks back, and I didn't realize I had one of the top 5 cheesesteaks in the area. If you look up top five cheesesteaks, it was Lunchbox. It's a food truck that travels around, and they're up there in the top 5 of cheesesteaks, and it was top 5. It was a top 5 cheesesteak. So I'm going into the really greasy, not healthy for you part. I'm going to take that for everybody.
Good
so
for
that would be my local eat for now.
All right, we're going to transition now. We'll go backwards. So, Bob, you'll go first. Mira and Vanessa will go last. Let's go to the question of the pod. And this episode's question is simply because I may or may not be looking forward to summer. What is your favorite part of summer?
Yeah, so this is always a cop-out, but I have to honestly tell you, the best part about summer is the fact that I don't have so many nights. So it's like normal work days. I come in at the same time and I leave at the same time for the most part all summer. And I actually get to feel like what a normal life is like for some folks. No late nights every other night. So that's what I look forward to, just to kind of roll it back. And people are like, what happens in the summer? I'm like, I just don't work as many nights. That's what happens. And that's what's nice.
Love it. So mine is very, very simple. So we do have a pool in our backyard. It's not a big pool, it's a tiny pool, but I like having what my family calls a pool day. Like where we have nothing planned, rarely happens. It might be on a Friday or a Saturday, and we're having a pool day, and that just means I'm up nice and early, drinking coffee by the pool, reading a book, hanging out all day by the pool. Maybe happens 3 times a summer because you're always going and doing stuff and competitions for the kids or whatnot. But when we have a pool day, those are the best days. So just staying home, sitting by the pool, and reading a book. Just love it.
I'm gonna have to just just spy on you and not just visit on those days. Oh hey, and enjoy some pool time at the Bowers.
Totally, you should do it, Bob. I'll let you know when it's a pool day.
Open invite to the whole community, everybody, every pod fan, right? Okay.
Yeah. All right. Mira, I believe you went second, so you're next, going backward.
I love traveling, so I really look forward to summer vacation. So I usually take like 7 to 10 days off, and we'll go to international travel or even like local national parks and things. But we're planning Nova Scotia, so I'm really excited, to go there this year. So I'll take any moment to travel.
Love it. All right, and Vanessa, close this one out.
So they're kind of related. So warm weather and the beach. That's really what I look forward to.
Agree.
All right, and the last question. I'm getting a bad reverb all of a sudden.
Yeah, I know. Let's look at that reverb and see what's going on here. Okay, keep going.
Test. All right, it's better.
Yeah.
The last question is small wins. So small wins is just something that, no matter how tiny, a little victory to latch onto to keep you going. And so let's stir it up. I'll go first this time. And my small win happened this morning. So my son has a little league baseball game tonight, and it's raining outside. And he said to me before I left for work, he said, "Hey, Dad, if my game gets canceled, can we just spend time together?" And I was like, oh my gosh, that is the greatest thing. Like a little tear in my eye. Like just when your kids ask you to hang out. He's 11, so I'm sure those days are numbered when he wants to hang out with Dad. But it really warmed my heart when he just asked to hang out with me. I may or may not have already purchased movie tickets for tonight. So let's hope it keeps raining.
I think you're gold. I don't think any games tonight.
Because otherwise I wasted $34 on 2 movie tickets. But $34? Anyway, go ahead. Let's go to Vanessa. Vanessa, what's your small win?
When I can get my dog to come inside without having to use treats. That just feels like she's listening to me. So, without food.
See, that is the essence of the small win, Bob.
Yep,
Vanessa
right
understood the assignment.
She did understand the assignment. You weren't talking about somebody's heart who stopped and you brought them back to life, and now they get to be. That's a huge win. That's exactly a small win. We appreciate it. So that just set you up, Mira.
Oh, I feel like mine's not going to match.
No. Is it going to be like a big win or a small win? It's a little tiny win.
I think it's a big win for my grandparents. So we actually celebrated their 55th marriage anniversary this week. So I feel blessed to just have every moment with them. So I think that's like my small win, was being able to like just go home after work and just like have some cake and spend time with them. So that was like my win this week.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
Love it.
Awesome.
All right, Bob, close it down.
Quick, I'll close it down. So I got a new car back in December. Trash cans blowing around outside, slams into the side of the car in the middle of the night. I go out and I go look at it, and I have a Chevy Traverse, and there's no longer a V. It's gone off the side of my car. Amazon found the actual thing. I'm like, I hope I can put this on straight so I don't have a Traverse, right? So it's right. I go out there, I put it on a couple weekends ago. Never know it happened. So small win for me. I usually say the Gilmer projects, so they're supposed to be simple, turn into 17-hour angry projects. Piece of cake. I am back to having a Traverse, not a Traverse. So I'm very happy. Small.
First of all, I didn't know you got a new car.
Yeah, well, that's my wife's car, so you don't see me driving around.
Got it. Understood. However, if I saw someone driving around with like a V crooked on.
So we lose internet everywhere?
Was it me? Was it you? Was it them?
It was all of us, I think. I went away. Like, I lost internet. Did you guys lose internet?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a big hiccup.
Reversed. All right. Well,
So when we have to make this edit, we just lost internet for a moment, guys. So right in the middle of the story, we all lost internet at the exact same time. It was only about a 15-second outage, but here we are. We're back.
yes.
All right.
All right. Well, Vanessa and Mira, thanks so much for coming on to the podcast. I hope those in North Penn got to know you a little bit better and they check out the North Penn Healthcare Center. But thanks for the hard work that you do, and thanks for caring for us and keeping North Penn healthy.
Thanks for having us. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
All right,
All right,
everybody.
take care.
Thanks so much for tuning in. On behalf of Bob and myself, we thank you for listening to Educating with Ease, where we ensure belonging, engage the community, elevate learning, and exceed expectations. Look at that, Bob. Oh, and we forgot to do our station identification of
Let's do it now.
WNPV Lansdale.
Good job. There we go, guys.
Thank you. All right, everybody. Thanks again for listening. We'll see you soon. Take care.